Hi guys, it's Saturday and the 17th day of my reading. I'm gonna go outside to breathe in some fresh air, but before I do this, I have to read one more chapter for you, right? And the chapter is The Secret of the Cave. Let's begin. The man took Jim back to the village. Jim knew they were angry, but they didn't speak to him. They took him to the clearing. The villagers all came. One man carried a chair out of a hat and put it under a tree. The man who held Jim took him to the chair. They made him stand in front of it. Everyone waited. Nobody spoke. Jim didn't know what's happening. He saw Jaguar, but Jaguar didn't look at him. Then Itzel came out of his hat and walked over to the chair. He sat down. Jaguar came and stood beside her. She nodded to Jaguar. Jaguar told Jim, "I will say in English what Itzel says to you." The old woman spoke in Mayan. Then Jaguar said, Where is Simon? He took our Jaguar. Jim said, I don't know where he is, and I don't know anything about the Jaguar. Itzel stared at Jim for a moment and then nodded. She spoke to the villagers and then she spoke to Jim again. Jaguar again told Jim what Itzel said. It's true. I see that you don't know where your uncle is, and you don't know about the Jaguar. But you cannot live here until our Jaguar comes home. Simon must return our Jaguar. Itzel stood up and walked away. Most of the villagers left the clearing, but Jaguar and the man who held Jim stayed. Jaguar said, Itzel says you must give us your phone and Simon's computer, and we will take the generator. You must not leave the village or talk to anyone outside the village. Jim had no way to leave the village. That afternoon, he sat in his hut and worried. What if Simon never comes back? Where is Simon? And what did Itzel mean when she said our Jaguar? Could it be a real Jaguar? It was a long and lonely afternoon for Jim. In the evening, another woman brought him some dinner. Jim thought Itzel is the leader of the village, so why did she cook and clean for us? Then he thought she was watching us. She didn't trust us. After dinner, Jim was trying to read when Jaguar came to the door. Jim, he said quietly, It's me, Jaguar. Can I come in? I'm glad to see you, Jim said to his friend. I can't stay long, Jaguar said. I should not be here, but I feel sorry for you. Thanks, Jaguar. They sat and talked. Jaguar said, Do tell Itzel where Simon is. If you know, tell her. Do this for me, Jim. But I really don't know, Jaguar. What has he done? Jim really wanted to know. Jaguar replied, He took our Jaguar from the cave. What Jaguar? Jaguar thought for a moment, then he asked, Can I really trust you, Jim? You can, Jaguar, promise. And do you promise never to tell anyone what I tell you? It's a big secret. Special secret. Jim thought of Katie. He told her everything and his mother, but he knew he would keep the secret, I promise. Jim, you know that some of us are Christian. The Christian priest comes here once a month. But our village follows the old way too. We have our own gods. Idzel is our leader, and she is our priest. Gaber went to the door of the hut and looked outside. Then he sat down again. The Jaguar is a special statue. It's made of green stone and has gold eyes. Jim nodded. He thought a jade and gold statue, but he said nothing. The statue is old, very old. It was old when the Spanish came to Guatemala. It might be more than 1,000 years old. And for all those years, it has been our secret. Gaber stopped. Maybe he wasn't going to say any more. Jim said nothing. Then Gaber continued. The Jaguar statue was made of our rain god. For our rain god. We pray to our rain god and his wife when there is no rain. We need to keep our rain god happy. Jim had to ask. I saw some skulls in the cave. Were they to keep the rain god happy too? Gaber nodded. Yes. After many years of no rain, our people used to give the rain god the lives of young people. That hasn't happened for hundreds of years, but it did happen. The people prayed and they killed their children. They sat quietly for a moment. Then Gaber said, You know now why our Jaguar is special and why we are so angry with Simon. We think he found the cave and took the Jaguar. Jim jumped up. No, it wasn't Simon. It was those two gringos I saw. They were near the cave. Gringos? Gaber said. Yes, I saw them yesterday. I told Simon about them and he left in a hurry. Nobody saw gringos yesterday. I did, said Jim. Sorry, Jim, but I think you're saying this to help your uncle. There were no gringos, were there? Your uncle took the statue of the Jaguar. But Simon is a good man. He wants to help the locals. He is not a thief. Thief. How do you know this, Jim? Gaber asked. You told me you don't know him well, but he wouldn't leave me here. Are you certain? Jim sadly wasn't certain. He didn't say anything. I think you're a good nephew. You want to save your uncle. Save him? Gabriel stood up and walked to the door of the hut. Then he said, You must know this. If Simon comes back here to the village, we'll kill him. Not good. Alright. We're gonna continue tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.